Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Najwa Husseini with Azadi News. No end in sight to the suffering of the Rohingya. Dhaka looks the other way as rights groups push for Rohingya relocation. Relief work in conflict zones said to be hampered by lengthy security checks. While the world has been in lockdown as a result of the coronavirus disease and the media focused on the economic and social effects of the pandemic, the Rohingya continue to suffer under a ruthless regime in their homeland Burma and in cramped refugee camps in Bangladesh. The coronavirus simply added to their existing misery. Even the risky prospect of attempting to escape on treacherous rough seas in search of a better life is no longer an option. In a statement to the 44th session of the Human Rights Council last week, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights UNHCHR Michelle Bachelet said, "The Rohingya refugee crisis has effectively become protracted with no solution in sight. The human rights situation the Rohingya are facing in Arakan State Burma has not improved, and the conditions required for their safe, dignified and sustainable return home from Bangladesh are not in place," she added. In addition, restrictions placed on humanitarian access and freedom of movement as a result of the pandemic have exacerbated the situation. Hundreds of people have attempted to escape to other nations in rickety boats, only to be turned away by authorities in destination countries out of fear that the refugees might spread the coronavirus, leaving them stranded at sea for months. In the squalid refugee camps at Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, meanwhile, the threat posed by the virus is increased by the unsanitary and overcrowded living conditions. Social distancing is almost impossible. Families live at close quarters in flimsy bamboo shacks. They have to use communal toilets and water facilities that are not always clean or available. Even the most basic items such as soap are scarce. In other words, the Rohingya are doomed everywhere they go. While the UN High Commissioner for Refugees is working in the camps to protect people from COVID-19 and treat the infected, an internet ban imposed by the Bangladeshi government for security reasons has added to the distress of refugees. It has left them cut off from the outside world with no access to news or reliable information about the pandemic. As a result, rumors spread quickly. Bangladesh has yet to decide on the relocation of more than 300 Rohingya refugees, including children from Bhasan Char Island, to the camps in Cox's Bazar district, more than 2 months after they were quarantined there amid the nationwide coronavirus disease lockdown. As of today, there is no decision to relocate the Rohingya to the mainland refugee camps in Cox's Bazar. The Rohingya are being taken care of by the Bangladesh Navy and everything is going well over there, Shahri Juan Hayat, Joint Secretary of the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief MDMR, said. The Rohingya were rescued by the Bangladesh Navy on May 2 and sent to Bhasan Char after being stranded at sea for weeks, following Malaysia's decision to deny them entry due to the COVID-19 outbreak. However, the US-based Human Rights Watch HRW has urged Bangladesh to move the Rohingya from the flood-prone island in the Bay of Bengal, accusing officials of using the pandemic to detain refugees on Bhasan Char, which it says is extremely vulnerable to monsoon storms. According to HRW, the quarantined refugees do not have access to food, clean drinking water, or medical care, while others have allegedly been beaten up and mistreated by the authorities, the statement said. However, Bangladeshi authorities have rejected HRW's claims, reasoning that the 308 refugees were sent to the island because authorities were afraid they might have contracted COVID-19. Meanwhile, the UN Refugee Agency UNHCR said it was waiting for the government's approval for a visit to Bashar to assess the immediate humanitarian situation and specific needs on the island. Social organizations in Arkan state are facing difficulties transporting civilians wounded in conflict due to prolonged inspections at checkpoints, and also report being hassled when going to IDP camps to distribute donations. Those from social organizations are facing life-threatening situations when they transport patients from the conflict-hit areas. The patients are endangered by the prolonged inspections at the military checkpoint, said Khobor, who is engaged in social work in Rafi Dong Township. We cannot carry the patients when there is an emergency in a village. We are in danger. We are afraid of military columns, he added. The rescue operations face delays as we have to carry the injured only when the military is not present. As it is a conflict-affected area, our lives, patients' lives, and the lives of all families are in danger. Philanthropic organizations also worry that they may get inspected and arrested when they go to IDP camps for donations. Due to ongoing hostilities between the Burmese military and the Arkan Army AA, civilian casualties continue to rise in Arkan and southern Chin states. This is today's news. To get more updates about Rohingya, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Visit our website azadinews.org and follow our social media accounts. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.